So I came up with what I call the proportional balance principles, and it's designed off of the golden rules, 1 to 1.618 proportions. And doing some research, I realized that there are some landmarks in the bottom of the foot that were fairly consistent. And I actually came across it by accident. I was shoeing a horse and it had some bar fractures in the foot in the same spot in the bars. And I thought if I measured the distance from the front of that to the back of the heel on both sides, if I was the same, then I would probably have a balanced foot, because I didn't make those cracks, he did. After I did that, I kept my dividers the same distance apart, and I started shoeing other horses. When I went to go check those other horses, the distance was the exact same. So when I came up with several of those like that, I decided I wanted to measure that, and when I measured it, it came up with 1.618, which meant nothing to me until I looked out in Google, and then when I came up with understanding that it was actually the golden rule or the golden proportions. So then I started utilizing the bars as landmarks and how I could correlate that with the coffin bone and then the enrollment areas I feel are important for the foot. So simply put, I can take the dividers and I have 1, and this is the same distance times 1.618. So these dividers will always stay in that perfect proportion. And so by taking that, I can go from the tip of where the origin of the frog is, in a straight line out to the end of the bar. I can tell you that that's going to be now what I call Taylor's Ridge. And Taylor's Ridge is the back of the coffin bone. I named it after Mitch Taylor, who helped me tremendously on this. And it is where the back of the coffin bone, where the deep flexor tendon attaches, right in here. So what I came up with was, I know that's going to be my coffin bone length as well. The end of the coffin bone ends at the seat of the corn. If I were to go straight across in the center of the frog from that point forward, I'm going to hit the tip of the coffin bone within 1 or 2 millimeters normally every single time. Then if I were to take that same, what I call proportional length, from the tip of the frog to the heel, where Taylor's Ridge is, that's where the enrollment in your shoes or feet need to start. So I continue that same principle, feeling as though the proportions need to stay the same, and that the foot length needs to be the same length as your proportional length. And that the heel length, which is where the seat of the corn comes out, and you follow the tubules up to the bottom of the coronary band, that needs to be the same length on the short end of the proportions. So it keeps everything in proportion. So this is basically the tool that I've started making. It's an older tool. It's been out forever. Artists have used it. They've used it to help build the pyramids, and Da Vinci's done his work, and even Beethoven has used these proportions in music. So that's the history of the proportional balance protocol.